video, but I'm like, I can't take the video of this. I'm giving it all away.
Hello. Welcome into another episode of DevilJon Radio. I'm your host, DevilJon. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on? DevilJon here, and I got Hippie Mike here.
Hello.
Hippie Soul is in spirit.
She's incapacitated.
Yeah, she
busted her back.
I was gonna say, man, you passed on the bad backiotomy, so man. What the fuck, man?
Got the OLD. It's just what happens, you know.
Yeah, man. You know, shit. It's not cool, bro.
Well, we feel bad for her. I know the feeling.
So the soul's with us in spirit. So send the love over there, and
real quick,
let's make sure to go over to devilsdenradio.com. That's how you can help make Hippie Soul feel better. Let's see. Let's shout out to Clown Spaz on Twitch. He's gaming again, a.k.a. Slumpkin King. Yeah. Let's do some bills, right? Why don't you? Do the plugs. That means go to devilsdenradio.com, where you can see everything that you need to know. Because our friend Netta is live streaming on Twitch. You can see that there. But you know what's going to happen now?
What?
Starting in April,
okay,
we will also be simultaneously live streaming on Twitch.
Oh, really?
So we're gonna take the show to Twitch.
Is there gonna be video involved? Do I have to be camera ready?
No, we're not. We're still gonna do audio. I'm just gonna, because honestly, I don't want to get involved with all the crazy video stuff. I'm not like I don't think we're at that level. You know what I mean? Not saying that like we're not like handsome, good-looking people. But, hey, I'm not trying to sit here and, like, be camera ready for everything. Fuck that. Got all these other projects and shit like that I gotta be camera ready for certain things. I'm not trying to worry about all additional things. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think I'm very photogenic, to be honest. Every time I see a picture of myself, I'm like, oh my god, I look just sad.
Let's talk about group shots. All right? Let's talk about that.
For, like, the band?
Yeah.
Yes,
because
that's
something that we definitely have never talked about.
No, we haven't. It's a good topic. And I'm interested to hear your thoughts. And I'm finishing up an album right now, so some photographs are probably going to be.
Oh, you're going to be taking, yeah. So you're gonna, so whatever look you have, you're gonna have to like maintain a certain look, or you're gonna know that like this like look is gonna be captured.
It's gonna be associated with me.
Yeah, in this time period, and in your name.
Man, I wasn't gonna think like it. Think about it that hard, but now, God damn it.
Yeah, well,
all right, help.
Well, no, I'm not going to be able to help you, because when, all right, so when Beneath the Dead Sky was doing the promo stuff, because most of the bands that I did prior, like, it never ever got to the point where promo shots were done, like, you know what I mean, where we would actually be able to do, like, something with them. There was live shots and things and whatnot, but that's just bullshit.
I still think I even look stupid in those.
Yeah, but the first time we got Jeremy's friend Megan to take photos for us.
Okay, yeah.
And she called us crack-headed monkeys in a room full of shiny things. Because, like, I guess, our focus, was very lacking. And they were trying to get me to look all serious and shit, and I'm smiling in the photos. And they're like, why are you fucking smiling?
Jeez.
Like, you're not supposed to fucking smile, motherfucker. Like, dude.
I'm in a band
right now. I'm happy. Like, I don't know, like, what, like, you have to be, like, mad about.
So cool.
This is dope.
Taken. Sweet.
I'm getting my picture taken and...
I know. We took a picture in the studio, and I'm just like, thumbs up, hey!
So then, out of all the photos, there was like maybe like 3 to choose from that I wasn't smirking or smiling, or the smirk was not that noticeable. Like, and if you take a look at the photo that I think it's downstairs of the inside of the CD, like you see it, like I got this like smirk on my face. I was like, "Oh, fuck you." I thought that was good though, man. Like,
you should wait till you have like an argument, and then take a picture.
Yeah,
get everybody all
pretty much get everybody all pissed off. But hey, man, it's always better to be pissed off than pissed on, right?
Yup.
All right.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on.
Men in tights.
Hell yes, brother. But group shots though, I'm definitely gonna be needing to do them soon with the Fun with Fire crew, which we have a show coming up soon. I would be remiss to not mention that. April 21st, Phillipsburg, New Jersey, Brass Rail. Gonna eat some food, man. And I don't know how I'm gonna work that though, because I don't want to, because I have certain rules that I follow for performances, and when I break those rules, right, any of them, I always have issues. When I follow my rules, I never hear a complaint. I did not follow all my rules the first time.
Okay. What are your rules?
Well, one, I have to have one earplug at least, minimum.
I do that too.
One minimum earplug.
So you can hear your own pitch.
Correct.
That way you kind of almost don't need a monitor, or if your monitors suck.
Correct.
Yeah.
I at least know what I'm sounding like, and I can, attest for that.
I did that in the studio.
So, but I do put one loose on the outside of the eardrum just to kind of soak up additional stuff, just so that it's not harsh.
Yeah, what's actually good for that is a cigarette butt. It's not tight enough to actually completely plug it.
Yeah.
But it just dampens it. There have been nights where
check the links.
I forgot earplugs, and I would pinch 2 unused cigarette butts together.
Unused.
I'd have to sacrifice 2 cigarettes, rip the things off, pinch them together, and shove it in one ear to make a makeshift. So actually, with 2 ears, you're wasting
Would it be
4
better
cigarettes.
if somebody had parliaments?
No, I don't feel like that would do anything.
The
Probably
extra
just scoop
paper.
out a lot of earwax.
Yeah, you're just scooping out earwax. Yeah.
I used to smoke those.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, the earplug in one ear is definitely needed. No dairy before singing.
Yeah. Get all
Yeah, no dairy, which is hard because I like cheese. I like cheese on shit. You know what I mean?
But I think it's more like milk.
Cheese is a dairy product.
It is, but
and if anything, it's
film
like
in your throat, not necessarily.
If you eat food and then you think that you're gonna be able to I'm gonna chow down this fucking chicken quesadilla and then I'm gonna go on stage in a few.
No, not that close to showtime. I would snack on
So I mean, because what we're going on is 8:30. So I'm going on at 8:30 and I'm going on for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm gonna be having late dinner, late lunch, late snack.
The way. Eat before you get there.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna eat before I get there, but so there's certain things. So once again, I have to avoid the dairy because not only that, busting out additional fucking challenging songs. All right, additional. All right.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you one. All right.
All right.
Fell on Black Days by Soundgarden.
Oh, you get your Chris Cornell on.
Yo, dog. he has whooped my motherfucking ass in shape.
Chris Cornell. I mean, he's not just some Joe Schmo singer. You know?
Yeah, and that's what, like, I did have a diva moment. See, I'm going to out myself, all right, in this moment, all right, because I did have a fucking diva moment, all right, because I was like, you guys motherfucking get to go, wee, like all this shit, and I get like this like fucking hard shit.
Yeah, you give me fucking Chris Cornell to try to sing?
I get Chris Cornell, Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, yeah, Bon Scott.
They're definitely testing the limits, and not every singer, they can't bring those songs to every singer. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's why you know. I had my diva moment in the sense I was like, yo, I want this and I want that band. And then everybody wanted to be like, oh, I don't listen to that. That's not. But I was like, no, y'all motherfuckers will give me what I want or I will sabotage. And I did do that. I sabotaged practice. Like certain things that like I know I can do, I'm not pushing that. No, fuck that. So then I started doing falsetto in certain spots and, like, you know, placements of screams where they don't belong. And
but,
just,
you know,
like...
doing falsetto instead could be... you can use that.
I can. That's why I usually use it as, like, a... Well, for me...
Yeah.
Like, it's like... It just... If I'm using falsetto, it's like, yo, John, why are you half-assing it?
Well...
You know, with certain things.
If you can, listen to Jack Black sing. Because he's a trained singer,
yes.
But he's also very, very good at switching to falsetto back and forth just for like a high note.
Oh yeah,
and he does it seamlessly. There is a way to do it, and it doesn't sound like you're like like it sounds stupid. It sounds like very smooth, and when he sings like a Back in Black or something like AC/DC or something, he can do that voice because. Well, I don't know. He's a great voice artist, but he does like a falsetto, and then he can add his Bon Scott thing to it. You know.
It was the best song in the world. Yo, I played that shit for. I played that shit for fucking Jess. I fucking hated it.
Player Wonder Boy. Did you ever hear that song?
Yeah, but like,
I love that song.
She did not like Tenacious.
Fuck Her Gently. I mean, it's a song specifically for the ladies. Yeah. Although the fellas should also listen closely.
Yeah.
I used to sing that karaoke, not karaoke, but like I'd bust that out at like an open jam, like an acoustic open mic.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm going to be doing a side channel of sorts of doing other covers.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do, because I've been, like, I have the acoustic guitar down there, and sometimes, like, I'll just pick it up sometimes, and then, but I only pick it up when I feel like it, which is,
Stupid!
You know, the same way that how, check the links. But that's how it was always in, like, with band rehearsal, because people will go out for cigarette breaks. I have to go run to the store and go get this or run to that. So it's like, it's like, all right, cool. So pick up somebody's guitar for a little bit and play their guitar for a little while. Play the bass for a little while. Sit behind the drums for a little while. So I got to, like, sample everything. That's where, so I guess that's why when it gets the inspiration to pick up the guitar, I'm like, I'll fuck with it. And then, like, sometimes the kids will be like, what were we playing there? I'm like, oh, something. So then I'm like, oh, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that.
So like, I'm gonna we'll see out this conversation, but I do want to get back to the band photo conversation. Yeah. But because I realize I'm about to go off on a little tangent. But a couple of years ago, I'd say about 6 or 7 years ago, I've been playing guitar since I was maybe 10, 12 years old, something like that. But it was always just, I knew what a bar chord was because I listened to Green Day. Yeah. And if you know that, you can play any Green Day song.
Yeah, so, just slide your fingers.
Same fingering, just moving around.
Slide.
But then there's some of them you start, the root is on the A string. So yeah. Like, there's a second, there's a B option to that. But anyway, about 7, and I knew the basic chords. but I didn't know what the fuck to do other than play chords. I didn't know why those chords were there. I didn't know. I mean, I know kind of music theory, but what I'm saying is I couldn't look at the guitar and know how to play it or how to make a sound that I heard in my head.
But like, I know this sound.
So I made a conscious decision to learn how to do it, and I'm like, let me start from scratch. Whereas I know the whole theory about a root, so I'm like, let's just pick a root, and I picked like and I held it with my index finger, my number one finger, and I was like, okay, why don't I start here and just find a fingering to go up the major scale, da 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 da. And once I found that fingering, I know that those are the 8 notes of the scale. The scale is these notes right here, and I know where they are in this position. So for about a month, I didn't move out of that position, and I played and soloed and played different like combinations in that same position, those same 8 notes. And like all these light bulbs started going off. And I'm like, okay, I figured it out in one position. But obviously, I know how octaves work. There are positions, like there are more positions to do stacked on top of one another. And then you start to realize they're also intermingled. You can go from one position to the next position and there's
blend them.
Blend them together. And that's when it all is like, holy shit. And because you know what you're doing, you never get lost. You know where you are. You can always... And it took maybe about 2 years to actually like really grab that concept. And it was like after all these years of not staring at the guitar, wishing I knew what the fuck to do with it, all of a sudden it all made sense to me. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I was in my 30s when it happened.
Like, if I were to put my guitar ability, honestly, in a thing, I'd be like a punk rocker or a hardcore guitar player. Like, hardcore. Like, like nothing beyond 4 chords, probably. I'd be like rhythm guy.
Yeah, so be rhythm guy. And be okay rhythm. With that. Because that's cool, because you're still up there. You know what I mean? Like, I started out as a drummer. But now I'm a percussion player.
But also, back onto the diva thing.
Yeah.
Another thing that I mentioned, there's going to be some songs where I play guitar now, too.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was like, I'm not just going to be some one-trick pony that's going to just do this.
You're not going to bring out your H-string, are you? Oh, my God.
Dog. I got a song just for it. Got a song just for it.
Is it? Oh, you should do...
Diamond Eyes.
No.
I was thinking
no. Big Bottom from fucking Spinal Tap.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dog.
Right?
Yo, dog. That'd be funny. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Where like everybody plays bass on lead bass,
on lead bass,
on double bass, on bass drums.
Yes,
that's a great idea. You should do that.
Yeah, I'll do it. All right.
No. All right, so let's talk about these band photos because I'm actually invested in this conversation.
So, yeah, like for me,
what makes a good band photo? I guess is the question, right?
Well, I think like depending on the music, you know what I mean? Like, it is subjective, you know what I mean? Because there's definitely what I would say there's formulas, to this. There's the one approach where everybody just looks off in an odd direction. No one looks in the same direction.
So there's cliches.
Dude,
there's the cliche band photo.
Yeah.
Everyone's angry.
There's the silhouettes of everybody, right? Yep. Like, there's...
We have, we've done the silhouette.
There are the portrait ones.
Meaning what?
Like, like posed portrait. Like, you know what I mean? Like, almost like old school, like family photo. Like, I've seen a few of those.
Like being
like for like cheeky, like to be cheeky, yeah. That's what I mean. It's like that's what I mean. Like sticking to a formula that you would know.
If I see, maybe this says something. If I see a picture like that tells me they're a fun band.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like so it's like they know how to have fun, or they do a lot of drugs,
or both.
Or both.
But tell me, what band doesn't do a lot of drugs? Or some bands. Most bands. A lot of bands.
Yeah. Most.
Drugs are popular.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, the good drugs, like, weed. Which I don't even really like calling it a drug. I don't feel like it is.
Speaking of, like, drugs, have you ever performed, like, fucked up?
Yes. I'll tell the story. We were playing at a festival, and
Don't worry, we'll get back to photos.
Yeah, we're going to get there. Even if it's, like, the last thing we talk
like,
about.
It will be. Like,
we're
get
like,
there.
a little bit here, a little bit there.
Come on, man. This is how the show works.
Yeah,
you know how it works.
So we get to a festival, and we're unloading. It's a hippie festival, of course. We were... Okay, all right. I got to make sure I tell it chronologically correct. So we get there, and as we're unloading, we hear... We like to, hang out with the fun guys when we're at these places.
Yeah.
So we're kind of learning what types of fun guys are here. And somebody says, hey, so-and-so's got freshies. And I'm like, interesting. I've never had a freshie. I've never met a freshie. So,
I've heard of this freshie, but never seen a freshie.
Yeah. So out of curiosity, I sought out these freshy fun guys. And we thought we were going to be playing... Oh, no, okay, yeah, no, this that happened. It was one of those... Well, I'm so curious. I know I have to play in a little while. Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? I kind of know how these things work. Like, a little bit's not going to really... Maybe I time it.
Yeah.
So, like, it hits... Or, the real fun with these fun guys starts after my set.
Yeah, right? Like,
so
shit. Or you could do half and then half.
Our set
that would have been better,
is scheduled
probably.
for, like, 7 o'clock. And I'm not even there an hour. My trunk is open, but all my gear is still in my car. I haven't even pulled it out.
Get the fuck out.
And I come back with my new friends. And the promoter's like, hey, I got some good news for you. Oh, by the way, like I had already started hanging out with these new fun guy friends.
Okay.
And I get back, and the guy's like, hey, got some great news. You're headlining. I was like,
get the
awesome.
Fuck
I'm like, yeah,
here.
you're going on it. Like, your set's at 9 now.
This is even worse.
So I'm like...
Yo, dog. So now
I feel
you're
fine.
starting. Yeah, you're giggling.
I feel fine
yeah,
now.
That's a good idea.
Nothing's happening because it's like everything happens so quickly.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get my gear unloaded and staged and ready for easy moving up and down because this is gonna be an adventure. So yeah, the way my metabolism was that day, it was about our set was at 9 o'clock. I think the peak of the fun began around 9:08.
Jesus.
So I'm on stage.
Yeah.
Mid jam. And I just go while I'm playing, I was like, Jesus. Here we go. I'm just like,
this is fun.
I'm like, just watch your hands. Just look at the things you're supposed to be hitting. Like, these. So I'm like prepping. I'm talking to myself the whole time. And then the lights go out. Like, check the links. They had like this electrical error. And the lights went out. So now we're playing. We don't stop playing. And now it's just like dark. Now crowd. It's a thick crowd. A bunch of people. Everybody we're headlining. And, we're playing in the dark for 80% of the opening jam. And it's cooking. We're kind of settled. Like, this is kind of cool. Lights are out. This is kind of cool. We worked it into the jam. We started off. But then we were building it. You can only keep it down for so long. Like, sometimes it just has to build. But the lights were still out. Or we weren't feeling it. We were building. And we released the climax of the song at the very second they fixed the lights, and all the lights came back on on the downbeat and it was the coolest fucking moment. And here I am on stage. I'm like, whoa! Holy shit! and then it's just like I'm like, oh yeah, you're in the band.
Shit.
Like, you gotta keep playing. So it was really cool. But that honestly, I don't remember much of the rest of the set. It just went, and next thing I know, it was over. I was there for it. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. Yeah.
See, I thought about hanging out with Sid.
Okay.
Because, hanging out with... See, the fun... When you hang out with fun guys, those motherfuckers will take you in a direction sometimes where you didn't know you were going to go.
Yeah. Well, Sid, more than a fun guy in this regard, but it can go one way or the other.
Yes.
And you don't know. Quick side story, the Grateful Dead used to do that when they were the Warlocks at the acid tests.
Yeah,
and
man.
they'll say, like, sometimes it was just awful. Like, you would pick up your instrument and you're like, you don't know how to play your own fucking instrument. But sometimes you're just cooking. You're just on.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it goes both ways. So I wouldn't suggest that just for the volatility of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about that, and I was like, yeah, that'd be so fucked up. Cause I watched these YouTube videos where it's like a comedian took mushrooms and he tried to do his stand up thing, and he fucking tanked hard.
Yeah, I think
hard. And then I watched another dude that did acid, and it's like, you tanked hard.
And try to do stand up.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're like, yeah. I guess that was where it went bad, But if it was good, he could be firing on all set. Like,
well, you kind of have moments of brilliance, but then there's in between moments where, and this I learned this
stupefying moments.
You sometimes you're just not on, but
you're just stupefied.
Where I got lucky is being the percussionist. There's no pressure on me. I can stop playing for a second if I need to. And I definitely did that a few times. But when the big moments happen, when those lights came on, yeah, it was awesome. That was actually a really, really fun night. It was scary as hell. And I was telling everybody, I'm like, yo, those fun guys really got to me.
Did they know? They didn't know?
They didn't know. I told them after.
Oh my God, that's even better.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of those things that I wish I would be able to pull
I wouldn't
off.
do it again. I mean, I definitely smoke the legal cannabis before a lot of shows, and there have been times where I overdid it.
So for me, and it's wild because when I think of playing shows, right? For some reason, I always like to just go out in my home state.
Okay. Oh, Jersey?
Hell yes.
Nice. See? You never take the boy out of Jersey.
It's like, yeah, Jersey, I was
anyway.
Born Hunterdon County, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But they took me out. But you know where they landed me? You know where they put me? Easton. Right across the river. Literally. You know there's a footbridge that I can just take right here and then get right back in to fucking Jersey. So anyway, I spent a lot of time there. So it feels good to kind of do this new venture, and then bringing it to Warren County in a sense, because that was kind of where I broke my teeth, in a sense, kind of got my first fucking showings in a sense. At the Keatsat Cafe on fucking Main Street, or the fucking house shows that I played there. I played some there was literally somebody's house. We played somebody's house. We played
house parties. I mean,
we played in somebody's living room in Califon.
That's cool.
That was weird, and there was a mosh pit and everything. It was really weird.
We played in somebody's barn, but the party was supposed to be outside, but it started snowing. So the party moved inside.
Yeah.
But we still played in the barn, thinking that people
would be able to hear you.
Would pick No, they would just pick one spot or the other. Like, I'm going to hang out in the barn with the band, or I'm going to be inside with the indoor party. We can have 2 parties.
Yeah.
Cool concept. The problem is nobody came outside. I don't think... Well, I know. Nobody knew. Nobody realized that there was a band outside because you couldn't hear it. And at some point, somebody comes out to go smoke a cigarette, and he's just like... He peeks his head in there. He's like... You guys, there's a fucking band in here! Like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, we're like an hour into playing, word gets out that there's a band in there. And so then it became fun.
Yeah.
But for a while, it's like, dude, we're having band practice in a barn, essentially. Like, no one knows what the fuck are we doing?
You could play that first hour again.
I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, why not?
You're like...
We got a good rehearsal.
Yeah,
that was a good sound check.
That was a good sound check. Let's take that from the top, guys. You want to do that from the top? Let's take it from the top.
Man,
Meanwhile,
that was a cold night. Like, it just out of nowhere just got really cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say barns are not well insulated usually. It's just wood structure.
Yeah,
with a roof.
Well, one of the places that Franco lived at one point had a barn in the back, and that is where we rehearsed for a couple of years. We've had many barn practices. Rehearsals.
I find that not hard to believe, especially since one of your members, his father was like famously known as farmer.
Yeah, and check out this segue. One of our band photos was in front of a barn. So, back to the band photo thing.
Yeah, back to the band photo thing. Yeah, barn burner. Well, so like I don't know. Yeah, because we're like it is a motley crew.
My band.
Both.
Oh, your band too.
Both. Like I guess that. Like to be real. Like yeah, it's a motley crew. Like not in the sense like like. Not, and I mean that in the flattering way, not in the sense that it's like, somebody hit that motherfucker with a sack of what the fuck.
I guess what I'm trying to dive to eventually get to is like I need ideas for our photo session, and so I might as well fill you in by starting off.
You guys need to do a fucking river photo.
River. Okay.
You have to do a river photo. It has to be in nature.
We're river people?
You're river people.
We are not cool people. Like, that is definitely we can all agree that we are not, like, the cool band.
No.
You know what I mean?
So then you guys need to be doing different things by the creek.
Okay.
One person's skipping a rock.
I love this idea.
What?
Okay. Yeah, we're all just doing unique things around a river.
Around the river.
Someone's throwing a rock. Someone's peeing behind a tree.
Yep.
Someone's like drowning in 2 inches of water. Okay. Actually, our guitar player's a black belt, so we have him he's got nunchucks or something. Like, or is that too much?
It's to your interpretation.
Okay.
What you do at the river is what you do at the river. This should be an interpretation of you.
All right, so we're not doing weird things?
Or you can do weird things. Like, I just think that, like, if you do, if somebody's skipping a rock, but, with it still within, facial shot that you can see, that's Franco's throwing the rock.
So the album is going to be called You Take the High Road.
Yeah, and I think that, yeah. So I think an offbeat and, group shot would be kind of cool.
Okay.
But then again,
What about facial expressions? What types of facial expressions would a band like mine? Because the happy face, maybe not, but
I would
definitely
say,
not this angry face.
No, you're not gonna make angry faces,
no
I would say happy, but not too happy. You know what I mean? Not in the sense of where it's oh, you were cheesing it hard. You know what I mean? They said cheese, you know what I mean? And you said Velveety.
I like to think we're a fun band.
Yeah, so then so I mean it should, but you're organically fun. You know what I mean? You're not some
saying that because
so with that being said, it can't. Your smiles and things have to be genuine. You know what I mean? They can't be too big.
Yeah. I would almost like it to be like a natural laughter type thing.
Yeah, like if you catch it, like if you catch, like, you know what I mean, like a candid moment, like if you were at like a campfire, you know what I mean, like that was, you know.
Okay, campfire photo might be kind of cool.
We did a campfire photo of Beneath the Dead Sky in front of a bonfire at the cement factory.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But because of the fire and the way that we edited it, yeah, I was like, da. But you know, the way we edited it, it made it look just like we were black silhouettes in this fire. It looked cool.
We had a silhouette picture. It was actually in a train tunnel.
Okay.
When we lived in the Pattenberg, there's a train tunnel.
Yeah, right there, to your left.
So we got the silhouette by the photographer was inside the tunnel facing out, and we were, you know, at the mouth of the tunnel.
Okay.
And that created like
that looks cool.
Backlight, or I don't know what you want to call it, silhouette type thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We actually, at one point, we got business cards made, and that was the background to our business card.
That's dope.
The tunnel silhouette picture.
Yeah. But, yeah, river photo.
River, okay.
I would say river photo would be a good group shot.
You got
for
me
you
thinking.
guys.
You got gears turning. Maybe like the 5 of us standing like in the water, like waist high and up. That's all you see. It's just like our upper halves. I don't know what kind of symbolism that has, but
do you guys? Well, the river obviously can be symbolic of your just general offering of this thing. You know what I mean? And how you guys approach that offering, you know, because everybody goes to the river. You know what I mean? But how you interact with the river is an individual thing.
We also have a height issue.
So yeah, that's what I mean. So with the depths of you know, having a river, you know what I mean, you eliminate people standing next to each other for point of reference that way.
You can just stagger them.
Yeah, you stagger people around, you know, doing different things.
That's a good idea.
So that, you know, it makes everybody individual, but we know that it's a group shot because it's a fucking group shot.
Yeah, there's definitely a major height gap. Like 3 of us are pretty much the same height, around like 5'6", 5'7", and then the other 2 are...
All right, if you want, you know, we can ask Kiss, you know, how they got platforms and shit like that.
I know we're fucking platforms. No, but like Franco and Bob, they're like 6'2", you know, they're tall dudes.
Yeah.
So there's just like definite gap. There's 2 camps of height, and they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, unless
it's gonna affect our group.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you make like a big person club sandwich.
Yeah, like stick them on the end, or stick them in the middle.
Like,
but we also have.
But we have you put one.
5 of us.
Yeah, exactly. So you put one small in the middle. So like I said, like a club sandwich.
It doesn't look
like a BLT, you jackass. Like a club sandwich.
Like this, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be...
I'm making a visual thing with my hand. Yeah. I gotta stop making visual.
Stop making visual reference on a podcast, you fucking jerk.
Oh, I'm just talking to you. I'm just talking to you in a room. That's the downside of our type of podcast. But you forget you're podcasting.
But that's also the glory of it, and it's the reason why we still get, like, you know, I would say thousands of you know, streams. You know,
it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. It definitely is, and we've reached, you know, England, you know, we've reached, you know, Pakistan, we've reached, you know, remember, man, like, wow, we had like
that's the other thing I forget too, is like
the musical guest that we had
this
on.
This conversation's gonna live for a while.
Yeah, man.
We've had, what are we, 220 something?
And I've come to find out that there are a few episodes still available on Spotify of when we were on Bad Luck. It's on Spotify, though.
Yeah, my Spotify got hacked the other day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They're really good about taking care of it quick.
Okay.
You know? But, yeah. Thankfully, it was a password that I don't repeat.
Good.
I got lucky. Because I will say that I am guilty of repeating a password or 2.
I was going to say, you know what? I think I got a gift for you. But
a gift for me?
Yeah.
I love gifts.
We'll talk about that later, though.
Okay.
But yeah, group shot for sure. The one thing that I'm gonna start doing, for the cover band, ultimately.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do it, through Devil's Den as well. Like I said, I'm gonna do those. I think acoustic covers.
Okay.
Where because it pushes me out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? It forces me to pick up that guitar and actually play it more. You know what I mean? Because, and then it's like
maybe put it in standard tuning.
No, man, dude, I love.
You're gonna run out of stuff to play.
No, I want to I can transpose.
Well, are you at least in?
I'm in drop C, so it's just two stops. It's just two steps down.
So every acoustic song you're gonna play is gonna be in drop tuning.
Oh yeah.
You're probably gonna run out of songs.
No.
No, yeah, okay.
I'll eventually probably work my way up to standard too with certain things.
The other thing about that, and this is the last thing I'm going to say because I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're a grown-ass man.
You're a grown-ass man.
But you're going to be teaching yourself habits that you're only going to have to unlearn when you finally decide to go standard. So you're kind of like going to make yourself have to backtrack. You might as well start off standard and learn it that way, and then you can have some fun learning your drop songs. You know what I mean? Yeah, or you can do them simultaneously.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you can do it simultaneously. You don't have to do one before the other. You can do them both at the same time.
Because my 8-string is in standard.
Okay. All right.
The acoustic, I like it in drop C. The reason why is just because when I get those nice palm mutes and everything, it just has this nice
Well, you also have a really good acoustic guitar for what it is. That beat up little thing, it sounds really good.
Yo, it is
surprisingly good.
It's like Willie Nelson's Trigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, that thing looks like a piece of shit, but then you play it and you're like, what the fuck is that?
That's pretty much, that was my reaction the first time I played it. Because you brought it down, and I'm like, oh, there's a guitar, I gotta play it. I'm that guy. I am that guy.
Yeah.
And, especially in the acoustic. I don't sing Wonderwall. I'll sing Dave Matthews, unfortunately. No, I picked it up, and I was like, this guitar sounds surprisingly good. And I feel like with a proper setup, it will play good too.
Oh yeah.
So what did I do? I borrowed it and I set it up, or I came over with my toolkit one day.
Yep.
That's right. I set it up.
And then I just replaced the pegs on it.
You did?
Yeah.
It's good to go then.
Yeah.
Nice.
But as I was tuning my high string, pop! I was like, fuck!
How do you pop a high string on a drop C guitar?
Oh, because
what strings are you using?
I was using gauge.
So what were you doing to snap it?
Because when I do my stringing, I like to pull it, and I guess it snapped it right at the tuning peg. So I wasn't able to save it.
Old string or new string?
New.
That's really odd.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I was like, I've never had that problem like that before. So I was like,
at which end did it break?
Right at the peg, at the top of the tuning peg.
At the top of the tuning peg?
Yeah.
That usually means that the angle is too sharp, but it's never really sharp enough to snap it like that. Because you're talking steel here. You know, that's really.
I that's why I was like, that's why that guitar still doesn't have a fucking a high string. I was like, fuck that.
Well, anyway, that's cool.
But I do have a new set down there for it once I feel like cleaning it and restringing it, but I just don't feel like doing that yet.
Well, I encourage anybody to start learning and playing guitar. It's just when you play a song from beginning to end, you get through it, you're like, wow, I did it. You're so proud of yourself.
Yeah, I like started fucking around with piano more. Because it was something that, when I do get in front of a real piano, I'm like, okay, this is where my hand is. And then okay. All right, cool.
Your stepdaughter, I'm sure, can kind of.
She can navigate most stuff.
What
yeah.
the notes are.
Oh, I know. Well, that's how I taught myself how to sing better.
I was going to say, as
a
singer,
with fucking keys.
You can benefit more on a piano because that's pretty much.
It's laid out for you,
and that's how you should visualize it when you sing it.
Yeah,
that'll help you like hit your half steps and your whole steps and stuff like that.
Well, I know. I went through a little musical boot camp, if you will, because I don't know if you remember, there was the kid Jake that we had in the band for a while, right? Well, he was like a music like nerd. Yep, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And his brother, same. You know what I mean? Like dad was a jazz musician and shit. So like they just like were like
bass players, like bassists.
They were so talented that it was to a fault because when they started writing original stuff, it was just vanilla bullshit.
Oh really?
Yeah, it like lacked any type of like originality where it was like like
yeah.
it's like, you know what I mean?
There
like
is a downside to being trained. Is that you kind of think like that music fits in a certain box.
Correct.
And the benefit to not knowing anything about... That's why you see a mix of musicians. Some know music and some don't.
Yeah.
Because it's also a lot about feel.
Oh, yeah.
And theory is supposed to explain music.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to talk with theory about music.
The music. It doesn't tell you what to play. It explains what's been played.
Yeah.
Or what is being played. So looking at it like that, you don't need theory to play music, but you do need theory to explain it. You know, but anyway, that it's we've had guys in our bands who were trained, versus guys playing the same instrument who are not trained.
Yeah,
two different approaches, and both work.
Oh yeah, they both will work, but then there's also the times like. When you know that certain approaches have their limits, right? Where it's like, okay, we need something like super out of the box on this. Well, we're not getting it from the musical guy. You know, because when it comes out of box stuff, you know what I mean? The only thing that's going in them is like, well, if that box didn't fit, that doesn't make sense because that box is supposed to fit because of this reason. And it's like...
Or they throw something... too obscure.
Yeah.
They know too much.
Correct.
You know what I mean? They might know jazz, but you're in a blues band. Like those diminished chords may not sound good.
Yeah.
You know what makes
that
blues,
coloration's not working.
I'll tell you the secret of why blues sounds the way it does is because you're playing a major scale over in a minor key. What happens is you're kind of laying a major scale on top of... If you did that, laid a major scale on top of a minor scale and see where all the notes line up, most of them line up except for like 2 degrees. I think it would be the 3rd and the 6th. So what that means is that you can actually play chromatically. You can play da-da-da, like without... You don't have to worry about playing a half step or a whole step. You could play 3 half steps in a row, and it'll sound good. It'll sound like blues.
Yeah.
It's between, I think, 3, 4, and 4 and 5. I could be wrong. Oh, God, I'm blanking on it. I'm feeling stupid right now. But anyway, that's essentially what the blues sound is. It's a major scale over a minor in a minor key. Playing all the notes.
Hell yeah.
I butchered that. That should have been a very easy way of explaining it, but I fucked it up. I apologize.
He took the long way home.
I did. I totally did. That's a great song. Supertramp?
He told us about this the other day. Then he told it another way. He took the long way home.
Is that...
Yeah, that's Supertramp.
Yeah, sometimes I'm going to make a Michael Scott reference. Sometimes I don't know how I'm going to finish a sentence when I start it. I just kind of start it and maybe I'll find it along the way. I don't know. Sometimes it just peters out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wait for someone to interrupt me.
We should do open mic-o night again.
God, I've actually that broke me. The last open mic
It
night.
broke you?
Yeah, I was terrible.
You got to dust off the rust. And I think that, I think that we should actually, maybe come up with a playlist, together. And then, you know what?
It's got to be songs that I already know, though, because I don't have the
That's what I mean.
capacity to go learn it. I have to go relearn the songs I used to know.
Oh, well.
I'm at that point.
No, I'm saying you send me the playlist. You know what I mean? And I'll help out, man. Okay. Even with your Dave Matthews Band, I'll try my best to do.
I've condensed it into instead of. That song is hard to play from beginning to end only because the fingering is such a stretch for me. I got small hands, so I do a medley.
You can't see
I just go.
I don't know why you eat.
That's not Dave. Huh. I don't know who that is.
Something about me. Something.
Oh, Ant marching. That's what you're doing.
Something.
Yeah. That used to be when I was that guy with the guitar at the party. Like, totally went with that song because the girls knew the song. All the girls knew the song. I played with the girls, wanted to hear. At one point, though, I was doing musical comedy. A guy named Stephen Lynch used to write all these funny songs. Yeah. I won't sing them now because they're not politically correct. But,
gotcha.
One of them was called Special Ed. It was about a boy named Ed who was...
Okay, special.
Special. But he was my special friend. So this story is about my special friend, Ed. He's just a friend, but he's special. He's a little bit special. That's the name of this song. It's called A Little Bit Special. It's really fun.
I
Anyway.
was gonna say.
So I was singing a lot of these funny songs. I was getting a lot of attention from the ladies, making them laugh. I'm not necessarily a good-looking guy, so I gotta make people laugh.
Do you know what the go-to song was?
What?
When I would check the links. Check the fucking links. All right. DevilsDenRadio.com. Patreon.com/DevilsDenRadio, where you take stock in the show, just like Shane, Josh, and Mary. See, I got close on that. You know why? Because I fucking totally did not do that in the beginning.
Yeah, this has been a very sloppy episode.
Yeah. Well, we've been, we literally took the rails off. Apparently.
We kind of talked about what we wanted to talk about, but we're just talking about whatever now.
Yeah.
But you were going to say something. What? It was I can't remember. What the fuck?
It's a fleeting thought.
It's gone.
But you know what? It's a fleeting thought. No, the things though that we are going to do, like I said, the acoustic covers I'm going to start doing, but I want to see the band page get to 500 to 1,000 likes before I do the first one. All right, so make it worth it, man. Let's see the audience grow. But because I know that there's Devil's Den Radio listeners that are around that, So I think that setting the bar. But the open mic-o night,
that's
is
right. That's what we were talking about.
Is where we were, and
okay, I gotta shake off some rust.
But I think that we could have a lot of fun with some of this stuff, too, because I think I'm sure that there will be a few songs that I think will come out really well. And I think that you and I will be able to, make it work.
Kind of funny? Just this morning...
We should do Simon and Garfunkel, though, for real.
Are you serious?
For real. Because, it forces us to sing in harmony.
Yes. What do you want to sing?
Whatever you choose. We'll
Let's
do the
boxer.
The boxer.
La 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 la
la la la.
Yeah.
La 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 la
That
la
one.
la la.
We're doing that
la
one.
la la. La 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 la.
Listen to it, pick your part,
All right.
and leave the rest to me.
Okay. You're like, leave the rest to me.
Because honestly, that's a song that I believe I could still play. Like, if you gave me a guitar right now, I could probably play it for you.
She's don't try to hold her. I tried to control.
But I was going to say, driving to work this morning, I didn't listen to Fish. I just decided to put on whatever radio station came in.
Better forget it.
And Plush came on.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I know this one. I haven't played this in a while. And, turn it up. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I'm driving to work. Like, was it 6:30?
That would be fun to do acoustically. Because I do it.
There is an acoustic version out there. And I kind of try to aim for that when I do it. It's a great version. It translates very well to just a singer and an acoustic. So that's a good one I like doing. Not necessarily a duet. You probably have to take that if we were both going to do it. But
Nutshell?
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? Oh.
I'm not on guitar.
Oh, okay.
That's the other thing, too. Like, I stopped learning songs a long time ago, and I just started forgetting songs. But there was a time when I could, off of memory, fill an hour's set.
It's like,
with like 3-minute songs. That's a lot of songs.
I was trying to get them to do that too.
Which one?
Nutshell with the cover band, because I think it's a nice like kind of like mood changer. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you can't stay like on like high octane. You kind of need a few like chilling ones where you can go get your beer, refilled. Yeah. And I think that like that's one that's like, okay, I wanna pull out my lighter. You know what I mean? And just be like, wee.
You gotta have a panty dropper.
Yeah, exactly. Chase Miss Pretty Lines. One
of our buddies told us that when we were first starting out as a band. It's like, Franco wrote a song, and it was actually, he's a good songwriter, so it was surprisingly good for all of us. We're like, shit, this actually is pretty good. One of our buddies said, it's a panty dropper. I was like, yeah, we got a panty dropper. Like, so so now it's like, that's the gold standard for, songs that I make the girls.
Well, yeah, it's, there's songs that you want to make love to. There's songs that you want to cry to. There's songs that you want to have a good time with. There's songs that you want to be, process your anger with even, and that's why I'm definitely, glad that, I'm like fucking balls deep in this, progressive project with my friend Ant. And now
Ant, the show knows Ant.
Yes, the show knows Ant. Yep. So we're back at it again, writing stuff, and we're being, a little bit more productive these days. And this time I decided that I'm going to take a little bit more of the drumming duties. But in the process of that, I'll say I reached out to a couple friends, and they may be employed in the near future for some tracks. Stay tuned. But, that progressiveness and being able to kind of, paint, paint pain, you know what I mean? But paint joy, paint everything that comes with it in between as well. But to use these different, types of media. I like using mixed media. You know what I mean? Like Pablo Picasso, you know what I mean? In his mixed media phase. Where it's like, oh, well, it's a clip of the newspaper, and then there's paint, and then there's, macrame or something in there. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, why is there so much depth? Why? Because when you see it in person, and you take your look into the content, those lyrics mean something to you. And that's, something that, I've worked very hard with this project to do. Is kind of make it a remember back in the day, the Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Yeah.
That's how my lyrical approach has been now with this project. I want it to be that. The songs have a meaning for sure.
Oh,
but but it's written in a way that you can't really like put anything other than what you feel into it.
No, that's good. That's big. That's good because of one thing, that it's when you listen to music, you're creating imagery of what you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And that imagery is what's unique for everybody. And what the colors and the paint and the brush strokes used are influenced by personal things. Things that are personal to you.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
You're going to choose to make this design, to look at it this way because, and really what I'm in a roundabout way saying, like, the music is going to heal your anger because of certain elements of the music, or it can make you happy. Like, you can listen to...
When you tell a story, right, and you watch a movie, right, you go through this roller coaster. You know, you go through the build-up of the character build-up, and then you take the ride, and then you watch the downfall, but then you watch the comeback.
See, that is jam.
Yeah.
All in one song.
So, and that's why I said, you know, so
the release,
there's a lot of, you know, and that's why I like, you know, just because there's times that I actively listen, and then there's times that it's just like, okay, I heard what I wanted to hear, now I'm going to trail off with this thought. But there's a lot of times I've actively listened to the things that you've said, and it's like, okay, you know what, how can I apply this? And that's basically, you know, the secret mission, you know, of this version of Devil's Den Radio, where, you know, we're taking the hippie jam culture, and we're hanging out with fucking, you know, the fucking elitists from that group, and then the elitists from the fucking metal and hardcore. It's like you're taking two elitist fucking groups that are like so, you know, pompous and won't even smell anything other than their own farts, blending the ideas and the thoughts, and it's like, oh shit, it's like not only that, but we're sharing the same fucking room, and then a lot of times we're sharing the same fucking groups of friends. So there's a lot of similarities, and it's like, so when you break down that elitism, right, what is it? Oh, it's just, you know, false machismo.
Yeah, it's man-made. It's according to whose rules? You know,
exactly.
Who made this? Show me the rule book that says that whatever you have means you're better than me.
Yeah.
Because I have stuff you don't have too, but you don't want my stuff because of some kind of invisible rule, you know?
So there's a lot of barriers that have been broken, but, you know, when that happens, you know what I mean, we can truly have what I would like to say, these preambles and tools to really promote a Renaissance period. Like, I wanted that in my whole entire life. I wanted a Renaissance period. You know what I mean? I've definitely seen fucking the dawn of ignorance, you know, and it's, you know, bastardized cousins, but I've never seen, you know, our version, you know, of the, you know, the Renaissance period. And I think that, you know, at first was kind of like a secret mission of this podcast. Even when it was just Ant and I, it's like, okay, well, let's dive into my music that we listen to, because there's so many people that dismiss metalheads and shit like that, and they don't give us any type of, you know, platform to stand on. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake, you don't even get to see a live broadcast of the best metal record at the fucking Grammys. It's that dismissed. So, you know, when you're talking about like that, it's like, okay, well, let me explain it to you guys. Hey, well, you know, so that you can understand. It's like, well, this is me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, that first day at school. It's like, hey, stand up, tell us your name, your favorite color, and your favorite TV show. It's like, what the fuck? But and then it evolved, and then now the renaissance, of enlightening with education through conversation, you know what I mean, is now expanded its reach. Now we're touching hippies. Now we're touching metalheads. Now we got everything in between.
It's at its core, we're all like kind of chasing the same kind of drug.
And in the middle, you got 311 and Tool.
I think I'm over 311.
You're over 311?
I think I'm almost like, what was I thinking? I know what I was thinking. It was more or less about like the people.
It was nostalgia.
No, it was the people.
Other people.
Yeah, no, I met a lot of friends bouncing around from city to city, and I'm still friends with them today, to the point where, there are many cities that I could go to that, like, I have a place to stay. You know what I mean? And they're the types of friends that you don't see for years at a time. And when you see them, it's like no time had passed.
Champagne, California on the brain.
Yeah. Man, I was at these shows and I'm like raging hard to songs like that, to that song, and I listen to it now, I'm like, Nick Hex was such a tool.
You know what takes me there.
Oh, God, yeah. But,
nothing comes easily.
The drummer has a drum corps background, and I have a bit of one too, so that intrigued me.
You know what I kind of think of, like Kermit the Frog? Sometimes you'll have to fly. Whoa. Amber is the color of your energy.
Oh, yeah, that song is so dumb. The guitarist actually is a Fish fan, but he makes his money playing for 311. So there have been several times where I've been at a show, and when he does his little diddles between songs, or like an after a song when Nick's wooing the crowd, the guy's just noodling back there. I'm like, he just played a Fish riff. I'm like, I caught that. I wonder how many other people here caught that. I caught that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna slip the fish dick past him.
No.
No, not that.
I am gay fish all day.
Gay fish.
Well, they play at Dick's Sporting Goods Center every year.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Fish dicks. It's every year. It's a thing.
Awesome.
One year they played a lot of swing tunes, and they called it Swingin' Dicks. It was great.
Well, our Devils are up 2-1 over the Rangers.
Doesn't matter. We clinched it.
Well, we clinched, but I know. But come on, we're going to the playoffs. But this is for pride. Fuck the Rangers.
It's true.
Rangers suck. Go on. Come on, motherfucker. I know
Flyers swallow.
And
I know there's another one. The Islanders do something too. They're doing the reach around.
And Crosby watches.
Oh, Crosby watches. Yeah.
Yes, bitch. Come on. You need to slap your fucking hand hard. What the fuck?
Not that hard. There's a very select few people that know that third part. The Flyers suck.
Rangers suck. Flyers swallow. Crosby watches.
Yeah, it gets a laugh every time. There's always one. Someone knows it.
Crosby watches.
No, nothing's more Jersey Devils fan than the goal.
Woo!
You suck. The goal horn. Hey,
you suck. Hey, you suck.
Hey. Yeah. Oh, Rangers suck. Rangers suck. So even when we the Rangers don't even have to be there.
You suck.
Yeah.
No. You suck. Well, go Devils.
They changed the goal horn song because it got so loud you couldn't not hear it on TV. It's pretty funny. Fans were so pissed when they changed that goal song.
Woo!
Yeah.
But we're made it, man. You got to be in it to win it, and we are in it. So let's see what happens, which also, I know you're not a football fan, but...
No, not so much. I fell off it. Don't really care.
I'm a Panthers fan, and they just got the first pick in the... They just traded, like, the whole house, though, to get the first pick in the NFL draft. So we'll see what they do. But they are also making some big moves with veteran peeps, so... I don't know, man. I think I might have to make a trip down there next year.
I like a good road trip.
Carolina's a fun time.
I've been. That's what I mean. It's worth it.
I actually
went to a NASCAR race.
What, they had a timeshare, man?
Oh, yeah.
Have a timeshare, bro.
Yo,
bro. Like, for real, bro?
I will say, I'm not a NASCAR guy.
Yeah.
But I will go back to a NASCAR race any time.
I'm
best party
pretty sure it's like, I was going to say, it probably is like the best party to go to.
I mean, and it's like the generosity of your fellow partygoers is notable.
I will say that I went to a dirt race, okay, and I did not have a beer, and then all of a sudden I heard here you go, brother.
Same experience. First of all, I was blown away that you could bring your own fucking
cooler
into
brought your cooler.
You brought your cooler with you.
Brought
a
cooler
right next to you. You just had it sitting right
there.
Dude,
he was fucking...
Dude
was sitting on his
fucking
out of
beer,
cooler.
and I said it out loud, and apparently it was loud enough for a bunch of people around me to get beers and just be like, hey, buddy, here you go. Those fucking things are loud, too. The races? God damn, those fucking things are loud.
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Usually racist people are pretty loud.
No. My God. The cars. The driving cars.
Vroom,
vroom. Racing cars.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. All right.
Yeah, those fucking things are loud. They were. Anyway. It's late.
I got you. But thank you all. Once again, go to devilsdenradio.com. Most importantly, go to patreon.com/devilsdenradio where you take stock in the show. Let me give an extra special shout out because I fucked up in that first 5 minutes. But VeganJosh, Shane, the leader of our Tribe of the Den on Facebook, a.k.a. Fuckbook in my world. Mm-hmm. But also Mary, the first lady of Patreon. So,
Lady Patreon. That sounds elegant and majestic.
Hell yeah.
Royal.
But they have access right now to the Toilet Jams for release that's coming out in April. Just waiting for the LLC the shit to clear. And then I'm going to release it.
Nice.
Self-released. Like a Toilet Jam should be.
A proper toilet jam.
Proper toilet jam.
A plopper toilet jam.
A plopper. I'm going to plop it right out there for you. But I'm going to plop out a special first one. Although I got my first note back from a friend.
Okay.
And you know what it was?
What?
Just a question mark. A question, I should say.
Like, what the fuck did I just listen to?
No. Where are the vocals?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Where's the vocals? I'm like, what do you mean, where's the vocals? I was like, I told you, it's for ambient fucking, like, smoking music and chilling.
Yeah, pooping music.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't.
There's a whole
demographic.
Everybody poops.
I don't want to be that dude with you singing to you as you shit. And then my voice be that dude. Well, I'm probably with you with the podcast. I've probably definitely taken, the trip to the bathroom with a few people. Oh, we definitely have pooped with people at this point in our lives and with the podcast.
I wonder what we've done with people.
All right.
That's a whole topic. Maybe we should save that.
I was going to say, I definitely know that we've also probably had maybe slipped into somebody's, like, playlist during sex.
Yeah, have we made babies with people?
I don't know. I don't think we've, like, gotten to that level, but I think we've definitely been in some people's bedrooms.
I wonder. Maybe we've procreated and we don't know it.
There's an offspring thanks to the show. It's like, it's like, yo,
little baby podcast.
That strong swimmer was a podcast listener of Devil's Den Radio. Yeah. See y'all next week. So where you stay metal, be metal,
but recycle.
And watch out.